Good afternoon to all. The session is quantitative techniques, and this is Dr. Saravanan. Last session we were discussing about simplex method. Okay, so we were discussing on problem in simplex method, and today I'm going to continue simplex method, but not in the procedure of iteration. I'm going to solve the problems through graphical method. Okay, so this is called as simplex method by the way of graphical. Okay, same problem, if it is a two variable problem, it can be solved in graphical. Okay, I think you can understand that when you want to draw something in graph, so possibly only two variables is possible, x-axis and y-axis. So if there is any simplex problem provided to you in the question paper, okay, if it is having only two variables, you can go ahead with a graphical method instead of going for iteration. There is a possibility of making mistakes in iteration if nothing has been specified in the question paper and there is only two variables in your problem. So better you can go with a method called as graphical. In iterations, even smallest mistake may lead to an error. Okay, instead of completing a problem in iteration 2, if you are making a very small mistake, let's say, so that mistake will lead to third iteration, fourth iteration, we will not get the answer. Okay, so I would say that it is not a huge mistake. Even a slight mistake may lead to even not solving that problem if you're going to solve through iteration. But if they are specifically asking you have to do in an iteration method, there is no other choice. You have to make it. So today I'm going to discuss about a graphical method of solving linear programming problems. So the title is linear programming problems. Okay, method is graphical. Okay, topic is linear programming problem. Okay, and the way of solving is graphical method. Okay, so first what is needed, or else how to check whether it is possible to do in graphical method. Check whether there is two variables, x1, x2, x, y. So like this, if there is only two variables in a problem, we can go ahead with graphical. If there is three variables, four variables in graphical, it is not possible. Okay, I think you can understand. Only if there is two variables, we can go ahead with graphical method. Okay, I'll share the screen, start a problem. So very easy to understand. Sharing my screen. Getting loaded just a minute. Okay, my screen should be visible now. Okay, so have a pencil, pen, if possible, have a scale with you. Okay, so what highlighted in this yellow color is your question. Okay, so max z. So your objective is now maximization. So in the problem, it may be something related to sales, or it may be related to profit, which you want to maximize. Okay, so the objective is maximizing z. Okay, so 25x plus 20y. Okay, x is one variable, y is one another variable. So if there is only two variable, I said it is possible to go ahead with graphical way of solving simplex. Okay, so now it is only two variables, 25x plus 20y. So I am going ahead with graphical method here. Okay, so subjected to, there will be constraints. There may be two constraints, there may be three constraints, or it may be even more. So when they give subjected to, right, so whatever provided here is called as constraints. There are certain conditions. Okay, so the two conditions or constraints are 16x plus 12y is less than or equal to 100. 8x plus 16y is less than or equal to 80. Okay, so I'll just magnify. Can you take this question? So if you take the question, I can just go ahead and start the problem. I'll give just 1 minute. Okay. So just copy the problem. What I have highlighted in this yellow color is the question. Max z is 25x plus 20y. Subjected to, there are two constraints. One is 16x plus 12y less than or equal to 100. 8x plus 16y is less than or equal to 80. Shall I start solving the problem? Shall we go ahead? I don't know why today there is a one-way communication. Maybe because of time. Is my screen visible at least?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So I'll start solving the problem. So what I have highlighted in this yellow color is a question. So there are two equations. So two constraints, right? So two constraints means we have two equations in this problem, equation 1 and equation 2. Okay. Kindly make a note of both the equations are less than or equal to. Okay. Both are less than or equal to. So since you are in possibly distance education, they are not going to test you in a very difficult way like greater than or equal to, and I will try to solve even that. Okay. So less than or equal to. Okay. So just take your equation 1, equation 2. So equation 1, substitute x equal to 0. If you substitute x equal to 0 in equation 1, you will be getting two things, x coordinate and y coordinate. There is two coordinates, right? So x comma, okay, so there are two coordinates here. Just substitute x equal to 0. When x equal to 0, just substitute x here. So 16 into 0 will become 0. So 12y will be now equal to 100. Okay. So what will happen is y equal to 100 divided by 12. You will get y is 8.33. So the coordinate when you substitute x equal to 0 is 0 comma 8.33. Okay. So when you divide 100 by 12, obviously you will get more than 8, right? So it's going to be 8.3, something around. Then substitute y equal to 0 in the same equation. When you substitute y equal to 0, this 12y will become 0. So 100 divided by 16, so it will be 6.25. So again the xy coordinate, okay, x comma y. The coordinate will be 6.25 comma 0. So with equation 1, you have two coordinates. Okay, so 0 comma 8.33 and 6.25 comma 0. First we substitute x equal to 0 and we take one coordinate. Then we substitute y in the same equation as 0 and we are getting another coordinate xy. So 8.33, 0 comma 8.33, and another coordinate is 6.25 comma 0. So two coordinates with one equation. Okay, every equation will provide you two coordinates of x and y. So in equation 2, you substitute x equal to 0. If you substitute x equal to 0, then y will become y equal to 80 by 16. So when 80 by 16, you know that is 5. Okay, so 0 comma 5. Then in the same equation, instead of substituting x equal to 0, substitute y equal to 0. When y equal to 0, 16y will become 0. So x equal to 80 divided by 8. So 80 divided by 8 is 10. So it is 10 comma 0. So for every equation you will get two coordinates. With equation 1, two coordinates. With equation 2, two coordinates. This is step 1. Okay. So this is step 1. Are you clear with step 1?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay. So now I am going to draw a graph. if it is possible, okay, pencil and pen or else scale is more than enough, because you know that 1 centimeters apart you can very easily draw a graph. Okay, so I'm going to draw a graph, or also already I have drawn a graph. Okay, so this is my graph. So first coordinate is 0, 8.33. So see here, 0, x is 0 and y is 8.33. So this is 8.33. You can see that little bit higher I have drawn that line. So 8.33. So 0, 8.33. So in the same equation, if you substitute y, it is 6.25, 0. See here, 6.25, 0. So I have drawn a line with the two coordinates, 0, 8.33 and 6.25, 0. Okay, then equation 2. Equation 2 is 0, 5 and 10, 0. So 0, 5 and 10, 0. I have drawn this. So equation 1 I have highlighted in blue color, and equation 2 it's in orange color. Okay. Have you drawn the graph, or you just have taken a note of how the graph is being drawn? So this is y-axis. Okay. So this is x-axis. Okay. Fine. So the first equation, 0, 8.33, 6.25 to 0, this blue color line. Okay. The second equation, 0, 5 and 10, 0. So 0, 5 and 10, 0. So this is this orange line. Okay. Have you taken this? Step 2. Step 2 is drawing a graph. That's all. Okay. So we have to identify a common area. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to identify a common area. So what is the common area for this problem? Can anyone guess what is going to be the common area?
Four, 3,
just
sir.
make you see, I am not asking about a common 4, 3. So what you are saying is this one. Okay. So
yeah,
I will
that
just draw a
intersection.
graph that point. Okay, the intersection point you are saying. Okay, what I will do is I will just explain to you people how this is functioning. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I'll just go to accessories and I'll just let you know how to identify the common area. Okay. Fine. Okay. Just try to understand what I'm saying. Okay. See here, both the equations are less than or equal to or greater than or equal to.
Less than or equal to.
Both are less than or equal to. So just consider for this equation 1, this is a area. But for equation 2, this cannot be a common area, right? Because it is towards origin. When it is less than or equal to, kindly make a note of, when it is less than or equal to, the lines can move only towards the origin. Okay. If it is greater than or equal to, the lines has to move away from the origin. Okay. Please make a note. If it is less than or equal to, the lines can move. The common area will be towards the origin. So that is coming towards 0, 0. If it is greater than or equal to, it will be away from the origin. So it will just move away. Okay. So now just let me know for equation 1, this is an area and this is an area. For equation 2, this is an area and this is an area. So now let me know which is a common area. Okay, so for equation 1, this is area and this is also an area. For equation 2, this is one area and this is one area. So for both the equations, which will be a common area? So will this be a common area? I'll just try to draw. This will be the common area. Okay. So okay, just a minute. Okay, so I'll just draw the common area here. Okay, so this will be the common area for both the equations. Okay, we have to consider both the equations. For both the equations, we can say that this is the common area. Okay. Okay. So can you understand why I say this is common area? For both the
Yes, sir.
equations, it should be common. Okay. So now you just let me know what are all the coordinates within this area. So this is 0, 0. Okay. So one is 0, 0. I'll take a pencil, just a minute. Okay. So this is 0, 0. This one is 0, 5.
5.
5.
This one
6,
is
0. 6, 0.
6.25. 6.25. Just check the problem. It is 6.25 we had. 6.25, 0. And here we have something. Okay. So this should be 4, 3. Am I right? So we have 4 points here. So this is 0, 0. This is 0, 5. So this is 4, 3. And this is 6.25, 0. Okay, so we have 4 points here. Okay, so have you understood how to identify the common area? So it should be towards the origin if it is less than or equal to. And it should be away from the origin if it is greater than or equal to. I will discuss one problem related to greater than or equal to also. Okay, so have you understood this step? How to identify the points?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Just to check here, I have taken those points 0, 0, 0, 5, 6.25, 0 and 4, 3. So this is your objective function. In your question, objective function max z equal to 25x plus 20y. Right? So you had this. So just to substitute x and y, that's all. 0, 0, it will be 0. 0, 5. So x will become 0, y it is 5. So it is 100. So 6.25, 0. 6.25 multiplied by 25 plus 0. It's 156.25. Then substituting 4 in x place and 3 in y place. Okay. So 100 plus 60. So 160. So we have 4 answers. But what is the objective? Maximization. So whichever is maximum, that is the answer. Okay. So now the answer is 160 and x equal to 4 and y equal to 3. Okay. Can you understand?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. So this is one of the simplest problem to start with. Okay. So this equation, what I had is both are less than or equal to. Okay. So the only mistake what we do here is identifying that common area. That common area should be common. As I said, the word itself is common. It should be common for both the equations, equation 1 and equation 2. So just to see here, this is equation 1, right? So see here, when I just use this equation 2, okay, I just use equation 2. See this equation 2, when I want to bring it down, okay, you see this, there is no common area. So there is no common area here. So I cannot use this as a common area. So that is between 6 and 10. Okay, I cannot use it as a common area. And similarly with this blue color, that is equation 1. So for this equation 1, again I cannot use this as a common area because this is applicable between 5 to 8. This is applicable only to equation 1. Okay, so this cannot be a common area. So this cannot be a common area. So something that is common to both the equation is coming here. Okay, so I'll just try to go ahead with one more problem. Okay, have you made a note of this graph? Step 1, step 2, and this is nothing, step 3, that's all. Only 3 steps. Okay, so only 3 steps. So identifying the common area is along with the graph. Okay, so identifying the common area is along with the graph. So this is the common area. Okay, so this is the common area. Even I will post it in the same Excel. Okay. Okay. So hope you can understand how I have identified the common area. Okay. Shall I solve one more problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this problem already we have solved last class. Okay. In the last session, we have done that in iteration method. Okay. The same problem, I will do it in simplex graphical method here. Okay. Where is it? Okay. So I think this is the question we had last session. A company produces 2 types of hats, A and B. Every hat B requires twice as much as labor as hat A. Okay. The company can produce a total of 500 hats a day. The market limit daily sales of A and B are 150 and 250 hats respectively. The profit on the hats A and B are rupees 8 and rupees 5 respectively. Solve for optimum solution. So we discussed this under simplex method through iterations. The same problem I am going to discuss with graphical method. So we have equations here. Okay. Again I will make a note. Okay. So this is the question. Okay. I think this is the question we had. Graphical, I think this is the problem. Just a minute. Okay. So this is the problem. Max Z is equal to 8x plus 5y. Okay. So this is the problem that we had on that day. Okay. I will copy this. Okay. So what is it? 8x plus 5y. So this is the problem that we had. So kindly make a note of these 3 equations. X plus 2y is less than or equal to 500. X plus 2y is less than or equal to 500. If we substitute x equal to 0, what will be the coordinate? If we substitute x equal to 0, what will be the coordinate for that problem?
0, 250.
Okay.
0, 250.
0, 250. It's not copying. Just a minute. Okay. So this is what we have. So equation 1. Okay. Equation 1, x equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, so you gave the answer. Okay. 0,
250.
250. So 0, 250. If y equal to 0, what you will get? If y equal to 0,
500,
500, that's all. Simple. 500, 0. So this problem already we have solved. Okay. So I'm going to solve the same in a graphical method. That's all. So equation 2. So in equation 2, you see x is less than or equal to 500. So I will just say that x is equal to 500. So which means y is 0. So there is only one coordinate, that is 150, 0. Because y is 0 here. X plus y. X plus 0y, right? x plus 0y is equal to or less than or equal to 150. So it is 150 comma 0. Okay, because already we know that in that equation y is 0, right? So then the third equation. So the third equation is, in third equation, y is actually, x is actually 0. That is 0x plus y is less than or equal to 250. So here x is 0, 0 comma 250. Okay, so we have three equations, equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3. Okay, for equation 1 we have two coordinates. So 0 comma 250, 500 comma 0. For equation 2 we have only one coordinate because already it's 0. One of the variable is 0. For equation 3 again we have only one coordinate because another one is already 0. So now we have to solve the problem. I'll just explain in the clipping that I have. Okay, so this is the clipping. Okay. Not able to copy. Just a minute. Graphical. Okay, so I think you have made a note of, okay, 0, 250, 500 comma 0. So that is for equation 1. Okay, so I'll just explain in the same one. I'm not able to copy. Okay, I'll just explain in the same, what do you say, JPG file itself. I will explain. Something wrong. Okay, so what is the first equation? 0 comma 250 and 500 comma 0. So this is that line. Okay, 0 comma 250, this one, 0 comma 250, right, and 500 comma 0. So that is for equation 1. Okay, the second equation, okay, so it's 150 comma 0. Okay, right? So see here, 150 is for x. Y is already 0. So what I'm doing is 150x. You can see this line. 150x comma 0. And another one is 0 comma 250. When I say 0 comma 250, x is 0. So x is 0. Okay, and y is 250. So this specific line. So this is equation 3. So now we have three equations. So for three equations, and all the three equations are again less than or equal to. When it is less than or equal to, your common area will be always towards the origin. See here, for the equation this one, okay, 0 comma 250 and 500 comma 0. So this is the line. Okay, so for this line, this is area and this is also an area. Okay, for the equation 0 comma 250, everything that is below 250 is an area. And for this 150 comma 0, from here, everything is its area. So now, the common area is what I have highlighted in this pattern. Okay, so for 0 comma 250, this is common area. For 500 and 250, whatever this line specifies, this is the common area. And for 150 comma 0, this is the common area. So now you will be having again 4 points. Okay, when it is less than or equal to, obviously 1 point will be 0 comma 0. Okay, so this is 0 comma 0. Okay, so there is no use of that. So I didn't make a note here. Then it is 0 comma 250. I have made a note of. Another one is 150 comma 0. I have made a note of. And another one is here 150 comma 175. Since it is between 200 and 150, I typed there 175. Okay, so 150 comma 175. If you substitute in the objective equation is 8x plus 5y. Okay. So 0 and 250 substituted here, 1000. 150 and 0 substituted in the equation, 1200. 150 comma 175 substituted in this equation, you will be getting 2075. Okay, just check last class or last session we have discussed this. Okay, where it is. Okay, so this is a problem that we discussed last session. Okay, see here we got the answer 2075. Okay, x is 150 and y is 175. What we got. Okay, so the same answer we can get through graphical method. You see, we got the same answer. Okay, so I think you can very easily just understand that which is going to be easier, right? So either going with graphical method or going with the iteration kind of method. On the day we discussed that iteration problem for nearly 1 hour. Okay, so the same problem possibly in 5 minutes can be solved in graphical, but most important thing is you should have only 2 variables. If you have 2 variables, you can solve through graphical method. If there is 3 variables, you cannot use it graphical method, because you know there is only possibility of 2 axes, x and y, or x1 and x2, or y1 and y2. So there is possibility of only 2 variables we can solve through graphical. Right? If there is 3 variables, there is no other choice. We have to go for the iteration method, what we discussed in the last session. Okay, so any doubts in how we got common area for this problem?
No, sir. Clear.
Okay, fine. So the same method, what I solved last session, I have solved here again. Okay, so nothing different, the same problem. I'll discuss one more problem I have.
Sir, this problem answer will be 2075 only, no sir?
Same answer, 2075, the same answer. Whether you go with iteration method or you go with graphical method, the answer will be same. Okay, so as said, when you go for a decision, you need to check only one thing, whether it is having 2 variables or more. If it is 2 variables, you can solve graphically. If it is more than 2 variables, like x, y, z, x1, x2, x3. So if there is 3 variables, you should understand that in a graph, there is possibility of only 2 axes. 3D is not possible, right? Only 2 dimension is possible in our graphs. Okay. So it is up to you to go with the graphical method or iteration method, but it is based on the problem, how many variables are there. So the answer is 2075, the same answer. X answer is same, Y answer is same, and max Z is also same. You can try that. You will get the answer. Okay. One more problem we can discuss. So this is the problem that we solved last session by iteration. The same thing I have solved with graphic. Okay, so this is fine. Then one more problem we can discuss.
Sir, in the question
Okay.
itself, they will ask by iteration method or graphical method, or we need to choose on that which method.
You see, if nothing is specified, you just please check whether it is 2 variables or more than 2 variables. If it is 2 variables, please go ahead with graphical, because 5 minutes you can solve that problem. Okay. If it is having more than 2 variables, so you please go ahead with simplex, because it is not possible in graph. If they clearly specify that you have to go with graphical method, you go with the graphical, because they will not specify you have to go with an iteration method. They will just give you solve the linear programming problem. Okay, that's all they will give. So if they specify graphical, you have to go with graphical. If they doesn't specify anything, you just check whether it is 2 variable problem or 3 variable problem. If it is 2 variable, go with graphical. If it is 3 variable, there is no choice. We have to go with iteration. Okay, so this is one of the problem. Comparatively, I have just complicated 5 equations. So here it is 5 equations. First we discussed with the 2 equation, then with the 3 equation. So this problem is actually with the 5 equations. Okay, so just check this. I'll try to magnify. Okay, fine. That's all. Okay, so this is the problem. Okay, max z equal to 2x1. You see here instead of x and y, we have used x1, x2. Again, this is two variable. 2x1 plus 3x2. Okay, so the equations x1 plus x2 less than or equal to 30, x2 greater than or equal to 3, x2 again less than or equal to 12. You see here I have used both. Both greater than or equal to is there and also less than or equal to is here. You should understand. Okay, so in this problem I have tried with both the things, less than or equal to and also greater than or equal to. And the fourth equation x1 minus x2 is greater than or equal to 0. Actually this is not at all an equation, because if you substitute 0, obviously the coordinates is going to be 0. When x1 is 0, x2 will also be 0. So this is actually an origin. So this fourth equation is actually an origin point. Okay, so the fifth equation, this is 0 and x2 is less than or equal to 20. So which means your answer is going to be, x1 answer is going to be between 0 and 20. So obviously here y is going to be 0. Okay, so only one equation is having both the coordinates, x1 and x2. All other equations has either only x1 or only x2. See here, when you substitute x1 equal to 0 here, okay, so x2 will become 30. So 0 comma 30. When x2 is equal to 0, your x1 will become 30. So it is 30 comma 0. From equation 1 we have two coordinates. Equation 2, there is actually no need to substitute here, right? So here x1 is 0, that's all. So 0 comma 3, so there is only one coordinate. Similarly in this problem there is only one coordinate because x1 is 0. So 0 comma 12. I said this equation 4, right? So equation 4, when you substitute x1 equal to 0 or x2 equal to 0, obviously it is going to be 0 because your right hand side is 0. So this is origin. 0 comma 0 is origin, that's all. Then the last one. Here you can understand again x2 equal to 0. So 20 comma 0. So we need to draw 4 lines here, not 5 lines, because equation 4 is an origin, no? So there is no need of drawing a line for this. So we will be having 4 lines. So the first line 0 comma 30 to 30 comma 0. Okay, so 0 comma 30, 0 comma 30 to 30 comma 0. So this is the one, 0 comma 30. Okay, fine. So 0 comma 30 and this is 30 comma 0. Okay, so just one line. So the second equation is 0 comma 3. Okay, the second equation is 0 comma 3. So x is 0 and y is 3. So this is that equation. Okay, 0 comma 3. So 0 comma 3 you can see this. Okay, 0 comma 3. Okay, and the third equation is 0 comma 12. So see here again it is 0 comma 12. Okay, 0 comma 12, 0 comma 3. Any idea why one line is actually towards origin and one line is away from the origin?
Because that is greater than 0.
Right? So one specific equation is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, which is that equation? x2. x2 is greater than or equal to 0. So see here x2 is greater than or equal to 3. Okay, so that is the reason you see here. Okay, so x2 is greater than or equal to 3. So this line is pointing away from the origin. See this. So this is pointing away from the origin. So this is towards origin. Okay, so this is also towards origin. Okay, 0 comma 20 we had, right? So 0 comma 20. So that is also towards the origin. Okay, fine, sorry, 20 comma 0. 20 comma 0 is also towards the origin. So how to identify a common area? As I said, one equation is moving away from the origin, all other equations are moving towards the origin. So if it's a old problem, this will be the common area. If everything is less than or equal to, so this will be the common area. But for one specific equation, it is moving away from the origin. So that is greater than or equal to. Since it is greater than or equal to, answer cannot be towards origin, it will be away from the origin. So for this line, all the above can be a common area. for this specific line, everything below can be a common area. For this two coordinates, from this specific point, everything can be a common area. For this specific equation, everything within this can be a common area. So what highlighted in this pattern is the common area for all the four equations. Okay, I said fourth equation you don't need to consider because it is origin. Okay, if you take the other four equations and draw a graph, you will get a common area here. You see, this is not a common area. The small triangle is not a common area. You need to understand because this equation is moving towards origin. So above that it cannot be common area. So this cannot be a common area. So this cannot be a common area because this specific equation is moving away. So it should move away. From here, this line will move away. So this cannot be a common area. So this equation will move towards this position, right? So this cannot be a common area. And this specific line, it will move downwards. When it moves downwards, above that cannot be a common area. So this is common area for this problem. Okay, so 5 points you will get. For this problem, you will get 5 points. So 0, 3, 0, 12, 20, 0. And these two, I think so, something 18 and 12. 18, 12. And this one is 20, should be 10. 20, should be 10 or 11. I'll just check. Okay, so this is in another page. Okay, not this one. Okay, that's a continuation. Just one minute. Right. So I said there is 5 points here, 0, 3. Okay. So 0, 3 is 1 point, 20, 3 is 1, 20, 10, 10, 12, 0, 12. So we had 5 points. All the 5 points we have to substitute in the objective equation. So after substituting in that objective equation, we had 9, 49, 70, 72 and 36. So here the objective function is maximization problem. So when you want to maximize something, the maximum answer you have to take. So the best coordinate is x equal to d. What is the d point? Just a minute. D point. So this is d point, right? So it is 18. 18, 12. So 18, 12 is the best one. Okay, substituting 18 and 12, we get 72. So this problem, we have done a small variation with 4 equations and 1 is moving away and 3 moving towards. Okay, so for possibly a DD kind of or IDE kind of things, right? They will not be asking you something, a very complex problem like Big M method, dual phase method. So such a kind of linear programming problems will not be part of your considerations, right? Taking the time into considerations and the volume of input that has to be provided. So when they ask you simplex problems, everything will be maximum to the extent less than or equal to problems. Okay, so very rarely in graph, if they ask you greater than or equal to, it is not difficult. Okay, there will be only 2 variables. You can go ahead and solve through a graphical method. Okay, so only thing is when you read that question, you read it properly. Whether it is 2 equation or 3 equation. If it is 3 equation, go with simplex iteration method. If it is 2 equation, please go with graphical because graph is very, very easy. Okay, even if you don't have a graph sheet or nothing is possible. Okay, so just have 1 centimeters apart. I think no need to say at a PG level, you know how to do. Even with a common sheet or else a blank sheet also, you can draw a graph. Okay, so this is all with the graphical method of simplex. So from your first unit,